Well, what the problem was, for some reason the audio track didn't come on. Anyway, these are the pork neck bones. And I'm going to saute these. I'm going to put them into the oven for a half an hour at 450 on convection roast. Not going to season this up yet. And, oh really? Look at that, I'm seasoning them. I completely forgot what I did. So a little salt and a little pepper to follow. And, okay. Now we have the oven already set. Gonna put that in the oven. What are we waiting for? Okay, once this goes in the oven, half hour later it comes out. We're going to add the spices, liquid, homemade tomato sauce. This recipe has nothing that comes out of a can. And there we go. Look at that beautiful color. Now we're going to add the vegetables and lower the flame, and then we're going to be careful not to spill that all over the place. And after a few minutes of sweating up the vegetables with the pork, we'll be able to put the seasoning in there, and then we will go about adding the liquid. And it's beginning to have a nice aroma. It'll be even more when I put the seasoning in there. And there's plenty of fat in the pan. Not overly fatty, but there's enough fat in the pan to sweat up these vegetables. Now I gotta figure out what in the world went wrong. Why wasn't the audio recording along with the video? All right, mix it up good. Now put that down and get the spices and the herbs. There you go. Let's go. I don't remember what I was talking about, but I'm sure it had to do with the food. Well, you can get the gist of what's going on anyway by just watching the video. And I hope that as I attach the audio to this, it's going to work. That was my fresh tomato sauce, made with fresh tomatoes, because I really don't like using any canned products if I can avoid it. And sweat it up, or just, now he's going to go about shutting off the camera and allowing this to cook a little bit. The vegetables, that is. And then he'll continue. Then he paused, hesitated, and he goes, oh, add the spices and herbs. And that little ramekin dish must have had some moisture in it, because some of the paprika stuck in there. Now once you start mixing this, you're going to smell the aroma go through the house. Okay, he's going to tell you that no sense in watching this and wasting time, so we'll just shut it off and continue. And there we continued, and we add the tomato sauce, measuring the 3 cups of water and making sure that there's enough liquid in there at this time. That's why I'm remeasuring, to look at it and go, now put some more. Because don't forget, whatever the timing is, I forgot what it was, at a point in time, maybe 45 minutes from now, or whatever it says on the description, we have to add the beans. And you know that beans need liquid to cook. You can't just steam them. So that's why I put that amount in there. And it worked out perfectly at the very end. So that's going to raise the temperature, and as soon as you see the first few bubbles, then we're going to simmer it for whatever time it is mentioned on the description. Now it's time to add the beans. These beans were soaked for about 5 hours. I usually soak them overnight, but they really absorbed almost all the water that they were in when they were being soaked. So I go, you know what? You don't need to soak them overnight. 5-6 hours is plenty of time. Now a period of time has passed, and I think we're going to add something else now. The rice, yes, the brown rice, because when I checked the meat, and I felt that, you know what, that meat is almost ready, and the beans are almost ready. So throw the rice in a half hour ahead of time, which was a good thing that I did. Now it looks like it's very watery, but you know what? After I dished up my plate that I'm going to eat, the beans, the starch comes out, and what you see liquid now, it wasn't there anymore. It was just a nice heavy, I can't say sauce. Well, you can say sauce. You can say whatever you want. And but the bones, the amount of bones, that pound and a half, you know, it's almost maybe 70% bone. Now, you know it's not enough for 2 people, but the vegetables were enough. That was a teaspoon, well, that was a half a teaspoon of salt. And since I like hot sauce so much, I gave it a couple of shots of hot sauce. Those 3 shots, I could have given them 3 more, because I really didn't get the, that burning feeling in your neck that you love so much. And you see how, as I'm mixing it, keep on mixing it, let's go. As I'm mixing it, you can see how it's kind of losing the liquid and getting just a little bit heavier. I thought I would have to reduce this to get what I wanted, but it wasn't necessary. A few more turns and we are done. Okay, very nice. I know I said I was going to make a plate, which I did for my dinner. And did I mention the beans and rice is double the amount that you need, because I only ate half of that, but all of the neck bones. Now we shut that off. I must be talking about the consistency and the flavor. You taste. Oh, I said that's my spoon. and I'm double dipping because I'm the one eating all of this. So now we shut off the flame because I see by the movement here on the screen, we're getting very close to the end of this movie clip. So we want to, there you go. Now if you notice, it's no longer a real liquidy. It's kind of thickening. First putting in all of the beans and rice, and then I'm taking the neck bones out for the amount I feel I'm going to use. And like I said, you see in the pan now? It's not watery, it's just bubbling away. And then I have to shut that off. Now, shut it off, and that's the end of it. And I said, I hope you enjoy what you're looking at, because I'm going to go sit down and eat now. All right. Thank you.